Eastern Standard Time is around 4 a.m. in Turkey. So if I want a much less competitive experience, I would phone in there to get loot. Even more importantly than what you loot, though, is how you loot. The number of times I've seen players take out scavs and then just haphazardly stand over the top of their kills, either completely upright or just plainly crouched down on the ground with their head sticking out, ready to be taken off their shoulders since 1.0 came out, is astronomically high. Instead, you should be going completely prone. And if you can, you should be going prone to where your head hitbox is inside the character model of the person you're looting. Bullets end up impacting the corpses first, even though the corpse doesn't have any collision with your character model once it's dead. This gives you a small amount of additional protection from being third-partied while you're looting, and gives you an opportunity to get away. You can also employ this when looting containers. When you hit F on the container to open it, if you hit the hotkey that you have to go prone immediately after the container is open, you'll begin looting it and go into a prone state at the same time.
So my OBS just like straight up crashed right there.
While you had your head jammed in a menu somewhere waiting
straight
to
up
be shot.
crashed.
New players also tend to put meds in their quick slots. Then they die and they lose their meds. Meds don't come back on insurance. It's a much better practice to put your better meds in your gamma container for use long-term, and instead put cheaper single-use or lower durability meds in your chest rig or your pockets. My personal, starting out loadout when I'm level 1 is something like this. A couple of splints, an AI2 kit, a couple of tourniquets, and the basic painkillers. Then I keep a CMS or Serve 12 kit in one of my special slots, and place either an AFAC or an IFAC in my gamma. Now, AI2 kits have very low durability, but they also work quickly. They're relatively cheap and disposable. Light bleeds aren't something you need to fix right away in most cases, and you have splints, tourniquets, and painkillers immediately ready via hotkey should you need them. I don't typically recommend placing a Grizzly kit in your secure container if you're a new player for a few different reasons. First, the animations to fix things like bleeds and breaks take a very long time compared to the alternatives. Second, it is a 2x2 square of space that can't be broken up, so it takes up an awful lot of space in your secure container. And lastly, it's relatively heavy for what it does. It typically serves players better as something to be used for healing XP in your hideout. In addition, I'd also recommend putting something like an ibuprofen bottle, a Golden Star Vaseline morphine, or like a Propofol in your gamma next to your med kit in case you have a need for a longer acting painkiller than the 2 minutes you get from the standard PK blister pack. Also, a little side pot tip here. After level 5, you no longer can get healed by therapists for free and you have to pay for it, but if therapist heals your stuff, you don't get any experience for that. If you want to min-max a bit on leveling speed when you die, or just if you get out of the raid and you're injured to heck, use a Grizzly kit yourself in your own hideout in your inventory to heal yourself, and you'll get a whole bunch of healing XP from using it. It just speeds things along a little bit more. Most players, when they're new to games like this, are trying to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible. So they try to sprint from one place to another as quickly as possible in order to avoid the likelihood of being shot at by someone else, or maybe they're just impatient. In theory, this makes sense, but Tarkov isn't like other games. 90% of the time, if you want to be moving, again, as a newer player, if you want to be moving at like that standard jogging pace, and then sprint from an area of cover to another area of cover. If you're traversing large areas of the map, sprinting all the while, what tends to happen is you end up out of stamina and then unable to evade shots from NPCs or players when you need that stamina most. It is a much better practice to jog along, stopping ever so often to listen for footsteps or other sound cues in your surroundings, and then continue on while reserving your sprint for when you need to flank, close a gap, or attempt to evade someone. But that doesn't mean stand still. Like I mentioned above about looting, new players tend to not position themselves well. Whenever you open a container or try to loot a body, you stop moving. Also, whenever you use items like a splint or a surgical kit, you also end up stuck in place until the animation is over. Unless, of course, you cancel it. By the way, left click is cancel, but even then, those animations have to end so that you can get up and move. So when you're moving around, try not to walk in straight lines. Modify the orientation of your body. Continuously scan in any direction you think you'd be vulnerable. Serpentine strafe. Try to keep walls at your back and look up. Gamers never ever look up by the way. This could be entirely anecdotal, but it feels like Tarkov players are most vulnerable from upward angles. They die constantly from above. You have to stop. Try to find some place with as many angles of cover as you can, or at the very least concealment, like crawling into a bush, before you start eating, drinking, using painkillers, doing surgery, or hell, if you have to go AFK to take a dump. Shout out to my man Devil Dog Gamer in the poop bush. The last thing you want is to be sitting in front of a large window or an open lobby or hallway, if only to have a scav turn a corner and light you up while you're trying to put down the Tashanka you've been shoveling into your face like a backhoe operator on triple overtime. And speaking of Tashanka, Tarkov is a game that requires, at some level, management of food and drink. You have to keep both your energy and hydration up. Otherwise, if you run out of either one, you can become either exhausted or dehydrated. Both of these status effects will cause your vision to blur, your stamina to regenerate extremely slowly, and you will start taking ticking damage over time. These status effects will eventually kill you if you aren't able to remedy it. If you have been following right along, point number 4 about moving slowly, if you've been doing that, most of your raids tend to last a little bit longer than the time it takes for your food and hydration meters to hit 0. Because of this, you want to bring with you something to eat and something to drink. It doesn't have to be a lot. In most cases, you can get the job done with items that'll give you 30 points in each stat, but you do need to pay attention to food or drink that causes the other gauge to decrease. For example, condensed milk will give you a good amount of energy, but it also causes significant dehydration. So in this case, you want to not only make sure that you had something to drink with you, but also that you drank it second. Also, items like painkillers and stims decrease your food or hydration meters, sometimes significantly. Again, you want to make sure that you're able to counteract these effects so you don't die from lack of one or the other. Also, and this is a big one, if you get shot in the stomach to where your stomach blacks out, the loss of energy and hydration are rapid fire. It starts falling off like crazy. Think of it like a bleeding effect on both of those gauges. In which case, you need to have food and drink ample enough to keep it positive so that you can hopefully get out. Or, if you have been paying attention and keep a Serve 12 or a CMS kit in your special slots, you want to find cover and fix your stomach with surgery as soon as you possibly can. Because unfortunately, if you wait for the ticking damage to start and then try to do surgery, more often than not, that tick will take the 1 HP you give back to the limb that you fixed, in this case your stomach, and it will just get blacked out again, which then leaves you in an endless cycle of helplessness. Welcome to Tarkov. Another example of Tarkov not giving a fuck about your feelings is it doesn't hold your hand when it comes to navigation. When you spawn in, it drops you in an obscure place on each map and leaves you to figure it out afterward. All of the navigating that gets done is done so by trial and error, unless, of course, you have other resources. In this case, I'd highly recommend the Tarkov Wiki's maps section or the maps created by Reamer, all of which are free to use. When you spawn in, you want to try and take in your immediate surroundings and see if you notice some kind of landmark. Have the map for the raid instance you are in up on a second monitor, a cell phone screen, print them out on paper, whatever works for you best. I'd highly recommend, at the very least, having the markers for each extraction and each spawn location showing on your map of reference. From there, try to orient yourself based on those surrounding landmarks. It will take time, but eventually you'll no longer need any map at all, and every location will be easy to find your way around. But I won't lie, even after over 10,000 hours, I still sometimes get signals crossed and find myself moving in the wrong direction. It's just another Tarkov thing. Another side note here, in noticing where you spawn, if you start noticing it more rapidly, pay very close attention to the other spawn points around you. Those people will head toward you if they need PMC kills. So you want to, if you're in between a couple of relatively close spawn points, kind of hunker down and wait to see what happens, where people end up, and how the map is going to flow. If you aren't near a specific landmark, but you have realized over the time that you've spent playing this game that they are kind of like big loot positions of interest, POIs, you want to kind of line yourself up so that you can watch those people migrate. And if you're going to be the first person there because you're just headlong sprinting for it, make sure that you don't stick around too long because those other spawns are likely to end up behind you. and they'll be the people hearing you running around like a maniac trying to loot those things first. Be ready for a firefight is what I'm saying. These next two sections are big ones. I made videos about these 4 or 5 years ago that ended up doing pretty good with the community, and this is something that I want to reiterate for newer players that I think is very, very important and is extremely helpful. Possibly the most helpful thing that you will probably find in this guide, even if you're a veteran player. Key bindings in Tarkov are daunting to say the least, but there are some easy tricks that can simplify some of it. Your hotbar by default is comprised of slot numbers bound to the number keys. Slot 4 is number 4, slot 5 is number 5, etc. Then on the right, there is how those things get triggered. When you press a key, release the key, double press the key, and or if you continuously hold that key. In the case of certain meds and certain statuses, those meds only get consumed based on the need for them, like tourniquets and hemostats only being used if you have a heavy bleed, otherwise they just get ignored, or broken bones using splints, etc., etc., etc. So to put this into use, and you can use whatever keys you like for this, but this is an example, if you hotkey slot number 4 to the number 4 on press, and then change slot number 5 to the number 4 on release, now you can do the equivalent of an if-then-else statement in Tarkov. So to hotkey this, simply hover your mouse over a hemostat or tourniquet, press and hold down the number 4 key, then move the mouse over to a medkit of your choice. Car kit, label kit, AFAC, IFAC, whatever, and release.
Well, that's a good idea. Okay, so I found something new on this one.
On press, it would try to use the tourniquet first. It would use the tourniquet to fix the heavy bleed and not consume a whole bunch of durability from your med kit. If you don't have a heavy bleed, when you release the key, it would then heal whatever else you have going on, a light bleed or just health.
That's actually really good information.
Also works very well for weapon failures. In the game, when a weapon fails, the screen flashes red and your weapon will have a red filter over it in your inventory. In order to clear the failure, you first have to inspect the weapon to see what kind of failure it is, and then use a separate hotkey to clear the failure. By default, these hotkeys are separate, but if you use this press and release method that I just described, you can press down on the hotkey to inspect the weapon, hold it down until the inspect animation ends, and then when you release it, it will automatically clear the malfunction,
That's a good idea.
Misfire, whatever. There's some other binds here that I also like to change. First, the game defaults the jump key to when you release the spacebar, leaving holding the spacebar to be used for vaulting and mantling by default. I feel like this messes with timing a bit, and I prefer to bind this to a separate key for vaulting and rebind the spacebar to jump on press instead. It just feels better for me timing-wise. For changing scope zeroing, I like to bind Alt and mouse wheel up and down to modify the weapon zero on the fly rather than the default page up and page down keys. Which leads me to this next section of tips, which is the double press keybinds are usually bad. Now, I was going to try and shoehorn this last bit under this double binds category thing that I had in this guide, but this really needs its own explanation because, well, I'll show you. A lot of stuff in Tarkov is by default set to double tapping a key in order to make it happen, like dropping a bag or combat reloading a magazine or switching a weapon to full auto. There are only 2 double bind tap keys that I actually still currently employ. The first is pulling out a melee weapon, and the second is dropping my backpack, because I don't do either one of those very often. The other double tap binds I have rebound to something else, and the reason is because of delays. At the bottom of this game's setting menu, there's a bar at the bottom left for double tap delay that you can change. You can slide up or down, and it's marked with this number. That number is in milliseconds how long the game waits for you to input a second keystroke to see if you're going to do the double tap keybind or not for something that you have bound to double tap. But even at its shortest delay of 200 ms, the delay is still way too long. This can be seen most prevalently if you go to reload a gun based on the default binds. When you press R, even with the shortest delay possible, because there's a defaulted double tap R to combat reload, it will wait 200 ms before reloading your mag every single time, unless every reload that you do is a double tap combat reload where you drop your mag on the ground. With Tarkov being how it is, this can royally fuck you. If you unbind that double tap R for combat reload in your settings, the reloads then start instantly. For me at least, this is how it should feel. Combat reloads are still an important thing in certain situations, though, and I still obviously use them if I'm in firefights. So I'd still recommend rebinding this to something like Control R, or whatever binding you'd prefer, so that you still have a combat reload as an option should you still need a slightly faster reload in a firefight. The same thing is true for weapons that can be set to full auto. Because there are a few weapons in the game that have semi-burst fire and full auto as fire mode selectors, like say an MP5 for instance, the game has a double tap keybind on the B key that will set your weapon to full auto. However, if you want to switch from full auto to semi-auto or burst, in cycling the weapon, each press of the B key has a 200 ms delay before it changes fire mode. If you remove this double tap keybind entirely, you can just spam the B key and rapidly change the fire mode to whatever fire mode you want. And I'd argue this is faster than the double tap option with the incorporated delay. Now, this last tip is more of a philosophical one surrounding death in the game, because you're going to die a lot. And that is, in almost every circumstance, there's something to learn from dying. Tarkov, I don't know if you guys knew this, Tarkov has hackers. Do you guys know that? I know that this is going to sound like a shock to most of you, because there's comments everywhere about cheaters in Escape from Tarkov, right? And depending on what it is that you read, where the comments lie, they vary in anecdotal responses that you'll read from seldom to constant. You swear some people say it's every single raid. But in my opinion, whether you seem to come across a lot of hackers from your perspective or hardly any at all, we can all agree that even in the most legit of circumstances, Tarkov will still find a way to kill you. And there are countless angles in this game to die. Now, perhaps not every single time, but almost every single time there is something to learn from dying. If you're walking through the middle of a field and get shot in the side of the head, next time, work your way around the field through a tree line, or break up the line of sight through some other means. Unlocking 306 West in Shoreline Resort and get shot in the head, check down the hallway and through the windows into the other wing of the resort before going into that hallway next time. People like to watch through the glass and see if they can catch someone unlocking a door for their Shooter Born in Heaven task. Did you get flanked in the underground parking area of Interchange by someone that you swore was in that new camp that Tagilla spawns in sometimes? Well, go into the map on practice mode and start looking for mantling and jumping routes inside of that camp that could allow you to get out of that camp once you're inside, which eliminates that perception of a bottleneck. There are 1,000,001 ways to die in Tarkov, but more often than not, I've found that after I've gotten past the punching in the air, want to smash my keyboard micro rage moment from the last death, I can evaluate what happened and learn from it. For example, just like a quick tip, if you suddenly fire on somebody that, unbeknownst to them, you were around and had them in your sights, if you take a shot and they look at you because you didn't kill them, they take a look at you, stop. Whatever it is that you're doing, drop out from whatever point you're at. Try to become blind to them as best as you can. Run away from them and then make a huge arcing flank motion in one direction or another. Turn left, turn right, whatever it is, but move in a very large circle around the back of them. Because they're going to be looking in the direction that you fired at them from, thinking that you're going to re-peek. But you're not going to do that. You're going to take a long flanking route, and you're going to shoot them from their 9 o'clock or their 3 o'clock from where they least expect the next shot to come from. Overwhelmingly, people, when they get shot at, they tend to just lie down. They go prone, and they stay there. Or they try to find another piece of cover to, like, re-peek from. You already know where they are, so just make a big, wide, swathing angle and come at them from a different way. Especially if it seems as though they're running away from you, you can just head them off, because the maps are shaped the way that the maps are shaped. You can make assumptions on where you figure that they're going to end up next and just find them there. Anyway, moving on. Lastly, in evaluating your deaths, I would highly recommend clipping your gameplay. There are a dozen decent programs out there, from built-in things via Steam, NVIDIA, OBS, and many, many others that will let you save the last 30 seconds to a couple of minutes worth of gameplay to watch back and evaluate what happened. They are almost always resource light, running in the background, and can be a nearly invaluable tool at helping you learn from missed audio cues, positioning.
What do you have to say to 10 IQ and Tiggs? To be honest, man, the same thing as I've always said, just I'm just gonna keep doing me. Yeah, it is what it is. So. I know what I've been able to accomplish. So, any backlash from it? I mean,
now that all of Sheaf's fellow ex-friends and streamers have leaked all of his DMs and proven that he is a view-botting scammer, just like I have once before in the past. Sheaf is now all alone with his massive viewership, and all he can do right now is just flex how much money he made, while every single streamer in Escape from Tarkov runs his name through the mud. It turned out the final boss of Escape from Tarkov was Sheaf himself.
I mean, we're sitting on 62,209 subs right now. The partnership with Epic Desk has been their most successful partnership with any content creator ever. It's been their most successful launch by far. That's what they said.
Nobody cares how many tables you sold. We just all like seeing you sweat and change the subject and freak out when we remind you that you're view-botting every day. It's entertaining, bro. That's why we're all doing it. Let's get to the video.
I got some receipts for you, bro. This was back in 2024, okay? And I was speaking to Axel about this, and I messaged him, right? This was like a while ago. I messaged him a while ago about this. The worst part is I've seen sponsorship companies offer less money now because they assume these guys are worth more than they are with their fake views, right? Essentially, if you guys didn't know, there was a plugin that allowed you to see real, authenticated viewers versus ones that were just logged out and embedded, which is fake viewership, right? This was like a year ago, right here. The plugin, like, it was showing it, and if you could see it very obvious. So 50% of his viewership wasn't real, okay? And I was like, this guy bot super hard, both embedding and view bot, okay? Keck W. And then this is Vibin, right? Vibin was doing it like crazy on Dark and Darker and Arena Breakout, like crazy. Axel, Sheaf actually quit it. He is hosting me in the morning. Hello? Sheaf actually quit it. What does this mean then? Hello? Are we aware of this as well? This guy was getting hosted by Sheaf with bot, and then he also says Sheaf actually quits it. This is just one thing, by the way. This is just one. Like, come the fuck on, bro. This was back in 2024, and it's only got worse since then. But yeah, this guy was getting hosted by Sheaf. There was bot. I spoke to him about it, and he responded, oh, Sheaf actually quit it. Sure, bro. Sure. So even his friends are aware of what he's doing, chat. Does that make sense? But even people who are friends with him were aware of what he's doing, and even were willing to out him over it in DMs. Doesn't that tell you a lot? And I've got a DM from Gingy, the same, and many other people, bro. So, I don't know, man. It's fucking insane, man. I just don't understand how that guy can go live every day and cope like that. I guess he's making money, so it works. Funneled a ton of money. This is the drops campaign, right? Probably make 50 grand off sub. Clearly work.
The same thing as I've always said. I'm just going to keep doing me. Yeah, it is what it is. I know what I've been able to accomplish. So, any backlash from it? I mean, we're sitting on 62,209 subs right now.
I just find it ironic that someone that you were friends with at the time that you would chain host him with was fully aware of the fact that you view bot and even went along to the extent to say, yeah, he doesn't view bot anymore. What a fucking comedy that is, bro. That was last year. I will give it to him, though. I will give it to him, though. He's pulled up a good act for quite some time. I will give him that. I respect the, what's the word? Resilience? The resilience to like continue it is impressive. He's held it up for quite some time. The dedication to keep that going. And I mean, like I said, bro, it's worked, right? It's worked. Like, it's paid off. He's at like, what, like 17,000 subs? That's like over $50,000 in revenue. It was clearly worth doing what he did this wipe. Clearly worth it. Oh yeah, guys. Also, guys, I know you're gonna say, well, like, doesn't he have some level of success? He does, bro. Like, I don't like the guy. I know he's botting on Twitch, and I will talk about it. But I will give credit where it's due. She's got a pretty big YouTube channel, and I could see where he would get good traction from his YouTube channel, but not the traction of 12,000 viewers on Twitch, bro. Especially when 90% of his viewers were like AI generate profiles. Like, it's like me. Like, I've got a successful YouTube channel on my Twitch, but if I had 10,000 viewers on top, I'm still cheating, right? It doesn't matter how much success you are. If you're still view botting, you're fucking cheating. You're fucking everyone over.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly chime in here. A couple of quick things. This has been going on for a very long time. I've spoken on this a ton. So have a lot of other creators, but they all delete their VODs and they don't post videos about it. They don't talk about it on stream and then quickly take their VODs down. Now, it's good that all these streamers are finally coming out and they're finally calling this stuff out. I think this stuff should be called out, and I think it's worse than cheating. I think it's literally scamming people. It's literally lying to people and scamming people. And Sheaf has done this stuff before. There's a video linked above, right on your screen now. He's done much, much worse than this. Now, I'm going to quickly show you guys this. This is just an average day for Sheaf on his stream, okay? This is actually a very good day for Sheaf. Only 20% of his stream today is bots. Now, how you can tell it's bots, as you can see there, it says bots. Well, the reason this particular app knows it's bots, this app is called Viewer Metrics. The reason it knows it's all bots is because 20 to 30% of his entire viewership is all accounts that are made in August, September, October of 2024. Now, if you go over to here, as you can see, these are all the times the accounts are made, all the months. And then you get to these 4 months, and that is where they're just all from. And have a look at the accounts, by the way. They're just the most AI generated accounts. Now I'm going to show you something else also, more proof that these are just flat out bots that are used for view botting. Now, next page. Okay. Now, these counts, that was how many accounts were made on the one day. Okay. Now, pay attention to the accounts they're sub to, because these accounts, right, they get sold. Their viewership and them subscribing to a channel gets sold. You're going to see that channel an awful lot when you scroll down these bots. There's a reason you're going to see it a ton. Another one there. These lists here are literal who's of who's paying for view bots. Because these accounts, that's all they do. Like I ended up doing earlier today on stream, I came to find going on 100 of these accounts had been inactive for almost 2 entire years. Now, the last channel they watched was Sheena4. Now, Sheena4 was a woman who stopped streaming 2 years ago. These accounts then laid dormant for 2 years, and now they're randomly circulating viewership on Sheaf's channel. Now, if you look at Sheena4's statistics here, it's not hard to work out what kind of creator she was. She was someone who was paying for bots. Now, there's no doubt in my mind there is millions and millions of accounts like this, and accounts by the millions could lay dormant for years and then get paid for and used for a couple of days and then just get dumped. I'm saying it would be very common and it would happen a lot. So just as an example, this is Sheena's channel. Obviously, there she is. Stopped streaming. As you see, massive viewership. 500 to 2,000 views in a stream. That went for 4 hours and only gained 88 followers. 1,600 to 3,600 people, but only gained 300 followers. This stream only gained 200 followers, and that was a 1 to 3,000 view stream that went for 13 hours and only gained 200 followers. 20 followers, 10 followers. Obviously, the bot that Sheena was paying for wasn't too good at following, and maybe the accounts were getting banned shortly after. Sheena gave up on streaming. Pretty much still, even now, she has a 30,000 follower channel. Probably because she was cutting corners and view botting, didn't really get her anywhere.
There's a bunch of hate pieces. The most recent one being about me, in which he had his information wrong. He's saying I didn't disclose a sponsor, which if you go and look at the video... Oh. Damn, right in my face. If you go and look at the video, literally is like the first pop-up. It says paid promotion. So, is it not true? No, it was not true. It's not a contract. Maybe a contract that they offered him. The stuff he showed, it didn't look anything like what I had gotten. But I have agents, so I have an agency that goes to do all that for me. They send me a brief and just has bullet points on what I need to do. It always includes the TOS stuff, which isn't paid sponsorship. And I have an editor that runs my YouTube channel. He literally does it for a living. Followed absolutely every single TOS in law every single time. And the dude, he's literally a cheater, man. So like he's admitted to cheating. So then if you bring it up, he'll try and be like, yeah, that's what everyone says. Saying, yeah, because true. So he's a piece of that drama farms. I just don't like those type of people, man. One dude that runs Drama Alert, Keemstar. He is a very low effort Keemstar.
I find it really funny that you call me a piece of shit who drama farms and a weirdo who made a hit piece on you, but yet in my video, I didn't insult you once or say anything degrading about you at all. And actually, I made a comment stating, I actually like you as a person. That's the only comment I made about you on my video, but yet you're on stream, you will then go on to say that I made a hit piece about you and I'm a piece of shit and I'm drama farming. That's a really weird reply, man. That's a really bizarre reply to insinuate that I'm all of those things, but yet I didn't speak about you in that way.
I tried playing without inventory management for 30 days. Here's what happened. Okay, that's not what I want to watch. What else do we got from Escape from Tarkov? All new locked room opening with all new keys, checking loot.
Okay, never been in here. It's a mortar. It's like 50k or whatever. It's not that expensive. What, bro?
Yeah, well, I need those. Where is this?
SGC-10s and it's floating. It's a Jesus SG-10.
Where are you?
What the hell? What? Oh, bro, what is this? It's bro. I spent so much time to get those. They're all Jesus. Alright, hello guys. So we're gonna do a bunch of key opening which has been added after 1.0. There's a lot of locked rooms, especially related to the storyline quest. You guys can see there's like bunch of key ring added keys which looks fancy and cool to check out. And also these kind of keys, and also a new key. On each area there's a lot of them. There's a key card. There's different key cards from the color keys or the key ring key. We're gonna check all these and then show you to you guys if the loot is worthy. The quest itself is all so complicated. If you keep on doing the quest, you will get these keys. Sometimes you need to craft it by yourself, such as this one or this one, but most of the time you will be able to find the keys on random spots, or you might have to do a barter, or you might have to kill a boss. Anyways, do check out the full video for the loots inside all those locked room. Especially you guys been asking me about the interchange power station basement key. I'll show you guys that first and then the awesome ones. Do check out the full video. Thank you. So this is the interchange key. It's through a quest. You can craft it in after you do the quest. You need to craft it for 7 hours and then you can use it. Task was this one. They're already here. It starts with after you kill 3 cultists. Or if you find a note from any cultist circle, there's gonna be like a note that you can pick up to start up the whole quest line. The door is next to the power supply button. If you open this door, I should brought a flashlight again, I keep forgetting. You go down here. There's a locked door with a CCTV. And if you slide this key, this key, there you got from quest, you open up, there's a whole new area. There's a safe here too, which you will have to open. You can use the pass, then things will turn on. So it's a big CCTV area. You will get to pick up a bunch of documents in the quest again. And also you can turn this on, which will open the safe for the documents again for the quest, and so on. You will have to push this button too at some point right here, I think, to get the infos out. But let's check out the loot. So as far as I remember, there's a bunch of like computer parts on the ground here, and I can see a bunch of vodkas, which means you can get like some vodka or whiskey or even moonshine. Moonshine sounds possible. Let's check the PCs too. I mean, that's about it. There's not much about it. It's a quest map again. It's just kind of a bummer that this is all I can show you guys. Even though a lot of people are asking what this place is, what this place is, what this place is. It's just a quest room. It's still pretty cool. And like, it's a permanent usage key. So it's kind of good to like use it anytime you like
permanent usage key
around here
no
to get additional computer while somebody is trying to loot the computers that everybody's contesting between. I think it's pretty good in that manner. Notable loot, GPU right there. That is the notable loot, my friend. I guess it's this one. I never went in there. Oh, unlock. I heard there's a high-tech spawn here. You can see it being used. Okay.
What is this one?
It's a mortar.
This is on reserve. What's the key?
Expensive. What? Bro!
What is this key?
There's so much SGC-10s and it's floating. It's a Jesus SG-10.
What is this key?
What the hell? What?
I need these. Where? What is this key?
What is this? It's bro. Jesus. Oh, what the hell? SGC. I heard there's a high-tech spawn here. You can see it being used. Unlock. I heard there's a high-tech spawn here. You can see it being... Oh, unlock. I heard there's a high-tech spawn here. You can see it being used.
What is this? PKPS? RBPKP. Oh, that's the one that Monsieur just found over in the cultist circle bunker. I need that key.
Okay, never been in here.
I need that.
It's like 50k or whatever. Jesus. Oh Jesus.
There's vertexes. There's all the
crazy.
CQBs.
What? Where do you even get this key? I had this key for ages and I had no clue about it. What? You're buying this key. It's called RBPKPTS. I bet it's already expensive. Where did wait? Analog, didn't you loot this and gave it to me? Where did you get this key? It was 2 million less I saw. I think it's worth 2 million. Where did you get it? Was it on random Streets Violent Cabinets? Okay. That's so random place to find. That's where you open the parking lot. This is the chemical room, H2 room, whatever you guys call it. Blue office. There's some valuable loot on the shelves or on the ground. Shelves. Oh, it's kind of unlucky. And color keycard spawns on the chair, as far as I remember. But here, there's new room. There's nothing here yet, these two. But right next to the entrance, there's a USEC holding the gate. Right next to the entrance, you need black key card. Use it. But it's just not that good. This place is the best. I think black key card is the the core of this game. Like the master key of this place, not red. Anyways, there's a lot of loot spawns here. One here, one here, one here, one here. I found 4 Bitcoins at once. I made a short video about it. 1 Bitcoin there. Yep. And then there's also some spawns up here. Is that Bitcoin? That is a stupid GP coin. I heard there's Intel there. I heard there's keycard spawn even up here. Never seen it yet. The color keycard spawns, I heard. But why this place is special is that you can open the safe with 1 more black keycard, which is right here. Use black again. Oh, blue keycard. I've seen like 3 Bitcoin at once. It's not that bad. Cardinal key. This key can be still found everywhere. Like usually streets, cabinets or jackets. Here. I already made a short video about finding like 4 Bitcoins at once, but there's a lot of Bitcoins here. So if you need 40 Bitcoins for the storyline, you can just grind that if you want. So I cleared out Together. What we're trying to do is use the observation key to show you guys the new loot. There's a new locked room rather than the corpse key you guys know of. Corpse key, I don't remember the spawn point, so I'm just gonna skip it. I'll show you guys where the observation key can spawn. Mother effer. Oh my god. I think I got him, yeah. Oh god. You're so annoying, man. So the keys can spawn on these dead labs, dead bodies, like on here, like on this guy. Oh, there you go. That's how you find the key. Observe. This is the room where it uses the observation key. Let's put that in the butt. Let's just disarm this. I should brought the multi-tool. If you guys have multi-tool, it's gonna reduce to like 5 seconds or whatever. This place has a lot of loot. The place I'm gonna show you guys. The observation key is gonna get used. As you guys can see. This is the new room they added recently. SGC-10, ETG, Moonshine, Clock. There's gonna be some things you can pick up here for the quest. As far as I remember, there's Tetris. There's more injectors. Bunch of valuables here. Valuable. This one is a AP ammo. Some drink I can enjoy. Another MB. How many uses? It's 5 uses, but you don't really even have to worry about it. It always spawns on one of those dead lab's body. It's scattered around the map. I'm just trying to show you guys what the loots are. So yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Interesting.
The new key they added. I'm going to bring and loot more. Bring the key. Bring the backpack and loot more. It seems. Should brought mule. Seriously. Next 2 room is this one. Cardinal apartment key. And the TG corporate apartment key.
I have both of
Which
those.
is this whole corporate building. Next to one of the PMC extract, one of the scab extract all the way there, and where the BTR comes in. Let's go and check it out.
I don't know where he's at though. That didn't tell me really
There was a
anything.
second stair.
Just by the mall?
And this one where you use the TG apartment. Tarkov corporate apartment key. It's also a quest key, basically. Here's a fancy room. There's usually a suitcase there. Another suitcase. These quest rooms are like really nothing much. I guess it has an interesting sniping point. And the bong you can see from the... What was that map? The next room. Go in here. There's got a bunch of notes you need to collect for the quest. But rather than that, you can see much. But there is one interesting room you can go into. Which is not this one, but this one. And if you go in more, there's going to be a cannabis door, which requires a key. Which requires this key. The AP green key. So
AP
this key,
green
I guess I
key.
can show you in the workshop. Intelligence Center, was it? This workbench or Intelligence Center. You use green key card and certain quest items to craft it. And now you can use it. It's also for the quest. Basically, a lot of rooms that has been added is for the quest. So without the quest, let's see if there's any loot. There's like 4 nodes you have to collect. I found a Bitcoin here last time, so Bitcoin chance spawn. Rather than that, I don't think there's much. Just a gun spawn possibility there. Yep, that's about it. Nothing too seriously needed. Let's go to the next room, which is actually pretty interesting. There's a safe here if you guys want to loot. Number 2 building, number 2 room, which uses cardinal apartment key. This key is like 200 key. If you pick it up, you could just sell it too. It's pretty common. There's a bunch of rooms you can check. There's double back here. These bathrooms usually have mess spawns in there. Mess spawns in here. Duffel bag. And etc. Also food spawns. Nothing much spawn. These sometimes have vodka or whiskey spawns. Med spawn, see? Vaseline. Med spawn. This place had duffel bag or something. It's gone. Okay, med spawns in here. Med spawns in here. Nothing around the sauna. Some water spawn. And there's a safe here which is locked. I forgot this key's name. Some of those spawns.
Help us if you don't know the name to the key to the safe.
Some food spawn there. Again, miss spawn randomly. And pretty sure there was some valuable spawn. Yes, look. My memory is good. Another toolbox. Like these can have some valuable spawns up there. And this room is also quest item spawning as far as I remember.
Tarkov is still down, so we're probably going to
safe
end stream and come back when it comes back up. It comes back up.
This is cardinal key again for some reason. Go in, money spawn, and a duffel bag. There's a little puzzle here, which can be interesting for the guys who who likes puzzles. So there's a safe here, but you need to do something about it.
I'm getting sleepy. I think I might go take a nap.
Here again. Some tech spawn there. Some mess spawn, mess spawn, mess spawn. Now to open that thing, basically you gotta touch this picture and you need to try black key card. I don't have it right now, so I can't use it, but if you use that, this will open, and in there's gonna be a lore related.
Yeah, I mean, if Tarkov was back up, it's just I guess I could probably play, but I mean, honestly, like just sitting here watching this video is like my eyes are
still spawn it.
Eyes are getting droopy. My eyes are getting droopy. I'm slipping down in my chair. That's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go lay down.
Little mechanic is pretty cool. This is where the Skybridge key spawns. If you guys want to grab, it's a pub basically, or more of a cafe actually. Yeah, it's a coffee place. And if you go through here, this building has a bunch of cabinets. But if you go through this room, which is a little apartment right here, you have this first door you can unlock on the left, which is the Zemeski 3 key. Again, it's a quest related room. Let's check inside real quick. I remember looting here. There's a bunch of dynamic spawn, a poster, like it's gonna be here, multiple other spawns. I don't think there's anything to loot really.
Any updates from fucking Tarkov?
Nope.
Oh, I mean, I could do that. I could go play some Warzone.
Some mess spawns here, I guess. It's completely a quest key, this one.
I don't want to have to change on my. Oh, I don't want to have to change on my title.
One, and
rather just quit stream and come back.
Which is
how lazy is that?
Apartments key.
Cult victim. I need that.
I like the mood though. Look at this place. Anyways, if you go here, there's a corridor or alleyway, shall I say? There's some.
And my neck is so.
One you can take.
Yeah.
And there's a whole office where valuables can spawn or intel can spawn up here. But you can go to this apartment. If you go up, the cult victims room is, I'm pretty sure it's the third room. 3rd floor right here. I used to loot this place multiple times before it became like this. There's valuable spawns in ETC. Some spawn here. This is where you want to do the quest. There's gonna be quest items here. There's gonna be a cultist book right here. Ooh, victim. Is it a victim or is he one of them? And a bald man right there. But if you go to this way, there's valuable spawns. Oh, it didn't spawn anything this time, but it used to do. And there's tech spawns here. Nothing spawned though. All the way here, there's a valuable spawn. What? Oh, they removed that desk? Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. There's some food spawn, and there used to be a valuable spawn on this desk up here. I might be tripping. Well, that's kind of useless room then. I think there's some valuable spawns there. Yep. So yeah, those are the new keys. Let's get the hell out. So we're gonna try out the Electronica key, which looks like this. Mechanic as a key ring for some reason. It's this house.
It's just this house. Here. It's this house right here, y'all. You know this house, right? It's this house.
Open this up. It's supposed to be one of these doors. Oh, it's right here. Or this one was other door, I think. It is Electronica, okay. I remember looting this before it was locked. So it's related to the quest where you get the RFID related machine. Let's check out if there's any loot.
I coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Anything else?
I was thinking about playing Megabonk or Soulstone. I updated Soulstone.
Cabinets. This doesn't look.
But I'm really
great.
just too lazy to change all my shit over.
I think it's more about just the quest key.
And I really think guys, that it would be.
This time we're checking Luciala's bunkhouse.
Decent time to take up.
Apparently you'll get it if you drop Luciala. Never got one, sadly.
It might be a nice time to take a nap,
I killed like 20 Lucialas, I swear to God. But anyways, I wasn't too lucky. It's next to the crack house. It's right here.
Okay.
And
I have that key.
It's a quest place, but surprisingly it has good loot too. I found like a Bitcoin. You know what? Let's check it out. There's like a Taiga spawn there. There's one jacket there. Luciala's chillaxing place. There's valuable spawns here. Here. The quest item should be like here, and the walls here. Often can't find yet the VSS Pintoris or Ansvar. Check it thoroughly. There's a lot of valuable spawns in here. I don't think there's I found like a Bitcoin here, etc. There's a quest item in there too. So yeah, this place is not bad if you get it. Luciala's bunkhouse key. So yeah guys, those are all the new key, all the unlocks that I can show you guys. There could be more that I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure those are everything, which is also like worth checking. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys like these kind of contents, please leave a like. Also, what do you guys think about the new content and the new rooms? Do you guys like it? Or do you guys hate it? Do tell me in the comments. If you want to check me out on live stream, check out Twitch and YouTube and Kickstream, especially Twitch, because we're still doing drops. It has been 24 hours 7 all day all night for 10 days. It's the 10th day. I'm still doing it. You can check out Twitch stream. After that, I think after 4 more days they're gonna do sub drops, I'm guessing. Anyways, do check out Twitch drops if you want to. Oh yeah, and I can quickly tell you, the Nikita's voice sign, officially the BSG crew said it's completely random if you just watch the stream, which is I think it should be like on at least one day that anybody can watch and just get it for, you know, guaranteed. It being completely random, I personally think it's a bit weird. So there's an RNG, a chance for you to win it or not, which is really weird. I don't know, maybe they might change it. Let's see. Thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys. Bye. Bye.
Gray Zone Warfare. Could you imagine if I had found a marked room key? If I had found a marked room key and then I lost it because the servers crashed, I would be fucking losing my shit right now. I would be losing my shit right now. Oh my God, that's disturbing. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna just stop stream. We're gonna stop stream. We're gonna go lay down. We're gonna take a little nap. Or watch some videos. Or do something. And then if Tarkov comes back, we'll come back. If Tarkov doesn't come back, we'll come back and play something else. I don't know what. I'm really considering buying what did I just add to my wish list? View your wish list. I don't even know. I just added Expedition 33. It's on sale. And it looks like it would be really good. I heard it was really good. I almost bought that to play that. But I didn't really want to get like sucked into another game. I wanted to not get sucked into a new game right now. But I might still buy it, play it when I have time. So anyway, we'll be back. We'll be back if Tarkov comes back. But as of right now, doesn't look like it's going to be back anytime soon. So we will talk with you guys whenever.